Hello, everyone. Welcome to our third podcast in our campaign called Career Wellbeing. So, in the previous video, we talked about career readiness, how uncertain are current individuals in their career paths or choosing a career. Now, we are talking about AI and jobs in future. So, I am Gautam. Currently, I'm taking care of marketing and operations in Invisol. And here with us, Akash Sriramoju. So, Akash, why don't you give a quick intro about yourself before getting into our first question?
Yeah, hi Gautam. It's nice again. We are doing this for the third time. My name is Akash Sriramoja. As you said, I have background in neural and cognitive science. So I specialize in educational psychology, and from last 7 to 8 months, we are working on this Invisual product, and we are trying to solve the problem of career guidance in India, especially to help young adolescents in resolving their career dilemmas and how to prioritize their well-being and how to address the behavioral challenges what they face in day-to-day life. So it's good, like we are doing this series of podcast to make awareness in our Indian country about this career guidance and career well-being, especially. Yeah.
Very interesting. You're talking about the adolescents, careers, and future and jobs. So, before getting into our first question itself, why are we talking about this AI and future and also jobs? So, do we need to talk about it, and why does it matter now?
Yeah, so I think many of us are keep on listening on these news channels about this thing, right? Like there are so many layoffs are happening all across the industries, majorly in the IT sector. Like right now, Microsoft has laid off so many of their employees. Even IBM, their human resource team, they have laid off because of AI. So most of these MNC companies are trying to lay off the people because AI is entering into the industry, and that the AI is taking these roles primarily in the human resource or operations or even in the entry level technical roles. So in this context, it becomes very important. Like if this is a situation in 2025, if AI is going to take care of all these jobs from human resources to technical side, then what is the situation going to be in the future? Maybe after 10 years or 15 years. If right now the teenagers who are in the age group of 13 to 19 years, they will be entering into the workforce like after 10 years, right? After 10 years they will be entering into this workforce, and how the job market is going to look like at the time, whether they have any professional jobs or not. This is a very big question for even for people like us who are analyzing these trends each day, and for the young people who are just in the school right now, they are going to finalize about what career pathway they have to get into. So because of these all things, how the future is going to look like, whether AI is going to replace all the professional jobs, or whether AI is going to just act like an aid to the human being. This is a whole context what we are revolving around in the last 2 3 months. Everybody is talking about this, so that's why this topic becomes very important today to discuss in detail in our podcast.
Yes, as you said, this is the current trending topic. People are talking about the AI tools and AI, and also on the other side, some experts are already talking about the what going to happen in future. Like, are the current jobs will be there, or just unemployment might be raised? So it's a very trending topic. And even I wanted to add one thing after pandemic. So there's a lot of digitalization is already started. People are already got into online. Lot of content creation is happening, and from the very young age, as we have seen, like at the adolescence itself, very teenagers itself, they have already taken classes in the mobile phones, taking online classes. So that's how they already started getting to addicted to the phones and also all the tools. They are now very young age, they are into Instagram, they are into content creation and everything. So this digitalization too, the current new topic is AI. So I think AI got into a place where most of the people are already online, And also these kind of data utilization is rightly happened. We don't know like rightly or not. We might talk about it later, but it was that's how the AI got created, what I, in my opinion. And it's a right time we need to talk about this AI, and also what will be the future jobs, what kind of work are we going to do, and what exactly we are going to jobs going to get created or destroyed. It's a very interesting topic. And I wanted to, continue with one more question. I mean, what do you mean by AI in the context of jobs? So can you a bit elaborate on that?
Yeah. So, Gautam, as you rightly pointed out, after the pandemic, like most of the digital adoption, even in the children, like in the teenage age group or even below that age, most of the people right now are online. They are using the mobile phones, they are into social media, and they're using all this chat GPT and all this kind of tools which have come up in 2022 from then onwards. So after this pandemic, total digitalization has started in different industries, maybe in education, healthcare, or any other industries if you pick up. So now, because of this AI based chatbots, which are primarily developed based on this LLM based models, large language models, what they call. So due to this, right now to access the information, it became very simple. Like you can access information in your fingertips. Even before that, also you have this Google search and all this as well to access information. But it became much more simpler right now to access information, to write the content, and all these things. Now, when it comes to jobs in the context of different industries, how AI is playing a role, like what you asked the question about. Now, if you look into this first line of employees, like customer care, customer service employees, right now AI is going to totally disrupt this industry. Like we call in Indian context is BPO services, right? So now AI is going to act like a customer service agent. It will pick up your customers' calls and it will also respond to their calls. And these all AI based chatbots, which are also voice based. Now they are also communicating through their own voice to the customer. They're resolving their concerns. If at all they face some kind of complex issues, then that they'll divert the call to the customer sales representative. So that's how most of the 50 to 70 percentage of the jobs in the customer service is going to cut down. Right now it is happening in the USA. It's also going to happen very soon in India. And after that, when you get into the professional roles like human resource management, most of the companies are seeing this human resource management as a some kind of we may not need so many employees in that department, but I don't agree with them. But most of the this payroll automation or doing some kind of work which is very much routinely done by these all employees, that is automated right now because of AI. Now they are taking these AI agents. The AI agents are nothing but a software which will respond like a person who can do any task, whichever task you allocate to them. So now these AI agents are entering into human resource department. They're automating some kind of tasks over there, and they're also entering into other departments like operations. So they're also automating all this SOPs created in the organization. There's a no need of human intervention, and they're also entering into coding domain. Now our software developers itself created this AI, right? Now AI is replacing them itself. Now right now what is happening is like there are certain type of companies which are Claude or Replit or any other companies which are specialized in this software development, which they build their apps based on the software development domain. How this AI agents are helping a software engineer is like it's becoming like a co-engineer for them. Like whatever you wanted to ask a AI agent to develop a code for certain type of features, if you just give a prompt, it is delivering you the feature and detailed coding of that feature. So but still it is in the nascent stage, like it may not do the complex coding, but it is helping a lot now right now for the engineers. So that's how the entry level roles in the technical companies, these technology oriented companies are also going to be disrupted because of this AI agent, because it's right now it's becoming like a good engineer, software engineer. Right now it's maturing. So when these AI agents become much more matured in software engineering, it's going to eliminate this entry level and mid level engineering roles. So that's how it's coming into different roles. And I would like to ask you, like, you are specialized in marketing, right? Like, why don't you tell me like how it is disrupting in the marketing industry primarily?
So currently, when it comes to marketing, my core, what I did was I used to do ad campaigns previously for a digital marketing and also a lot of content creation. I used to use the tools called Canva and PixArt and many other tools I used to do. I used to uh, take the stock photos from FreePic and many other tools. I used to have the resources and also certain ad campaign tools in Meta Ads specifically, which I can mention. Nowadays, when I wanted to create a campaign, there is a lot of automation is already happening in the sense that whatever the previous campaigns which I've already done, any ad campaigns, based on the responses, and Meta is already, gathered the enough information to understand the consumer behavior, how their response is there, whom at what demographics and what interest or based on what kind of behaviors user is reacting. So that data is already available. I need not put a lot of effort in understanding the behavior and how the ad is working out. It's a good thing is that I need not spend a lot of time to figure out the how should I go with a new campaign when it comes to marketing. Not only that, but also in terms of content creation, I'm already getting a lot of suggestions. Why don't you put your image with a certain kind of text? And in terms of as we are already getting into images, right? Before I used to take sources from pre-pick and other sources, uh, pre digital images, but ChatGPT and there are many other tools which are automatic. They are already generating with a single prompt, so there is a lot of automation already happened. And in terms of there is many other companies like recently when I visited, watched a video on company called WPP. They are already focusing on quantum computing. I mean quantum marketing. Sorry. So in the quantum marketing, what exactly happens is that it has all the data and information about your organization, and it gives a complete strategy from start to end. You just need to give a basic prompts and the narrative so that it can give a complete overall picture of strategy. And also, it has internal tools to generate the images and also the campaigns. It's a very good uh, changes are happening in the marketing industry, and the narrative is getting more stronger. We are getting more insights on the consumer behavior. We are getting more insights on the customers, and we did not target very broadly, and we can focus on very niche. And so these are the basic things what I observed changes in the marketing. And also, I wanted to dig a little more about as we are into education sector and we wanted to make certain changes in career industry, right? Career guidance industry specifically. So what do you think about what can be, how AI can be utilized, or how the change is going to happen in career guidance industry and the education sector?
So basically, as I mentioned, AI is going to totally become a very helpful tool in education and also in healthcare, because right now in education setting, as we can see, we have one teacher for some 30, 40 students in a class if you go to some elite schools. But if you go to some budget level schools, you have 50 to 60 students and one teacher will be handling in that class. So in any class right now you have different kind of students, right? Their learning ability is not same. Right now our education system is in a such a way like one size fits for all. Like you're delivering a teaching in your class, or kind of you're giving some monologue delivered by a teacher, so that they are just teaching in a way like everybody is same. Now because of this AI, now the personalized learning is going to be possible now, because of these chatbots, and which are even able to communicate to a learner. Because of that, now this we are able to get more insights about how that person can learn, in what kind of way. So based on that, there can be a structured methodology which is specifically directed to the learner based on their own capability. So that's how the learning is going to be much more personalized than how we used to think, like in a classroom setting, in a group based classroom setting. Now it's going to be much more personalized. Still the group based classroom lectures are relevant, but when they have meanwhile when they come home and they are practicing something, this personalized learning is going to help them a lot. And when it comes to career guidance as another particular aligned sector with education, in career guidance till now, as we see, many people know that you have to go through the psychometric assessments to know about your interest area or your personality or your abilities. Based on this profile of yours, like in what is your interest, what is your personality and all, some kind of career options are suggested for you. So this is how right now it's happening. But actual, we need to go beyond this traditional approach of career guidance. We need to come up with a holistic perspective where we believe that every student is a unique person and they have their own capabilities and their own story to say. So that's how we need to bring an AI and also in a human coach, where these, in the collaboration of AI and human coach, they have to deliver a personalized guidance to any individual or any young person, to make them self-aware about what are their skills, what are their abilities, and what are career pathways which are suitable for them, and how to establish a goal in their life, and how can they reach that goal by traveling this one particular career path. So these are all the things are going to be possible because of collaboration between an AI and a human coach right now. And even as I'm saying this, we Invisol are actually working on this cutting edge model. Like we are trying to build a personalized career guidance solution for our young people in India. How can we help each of them through providing some content which is freely available in our platform, and also providing an AI chatbot which can help them in realizing their day-to-day activities or any decisions, and also have an access to a human coach who come from a psychology background. So this is how I can say, in education sector, basically in the learning outcomes field, AI is going to be much more involved to make it personalized way of learning. And the career guidance also, it's going to be helpful for any young person to make a detailed personalized guidance for them, not only for the career decisions but also to prioritize their well-being and also bring a change in their behavior so that they can reach the goals what they have set for themselves. Yeah.
Uh, that's really well said, and there are many points you have mentioned which are very insightful. And also, I feel personally also human to human interaction will be going to be a future luxury. And also, as our society evolved from a different transformation, but the human to human interaction is necessary. What I feel, which can't be relevant at any stage of any individual's life. So, as you rightly mentioned, that the collaboration of AI and also human coach will be a very good combination of a personalized inputs given to any individual, particularly as you mentioned in the career guidance industry. I really am glad that we are into this industry, and we are trying to make it more personalized and also using cutting edge technology like AI. So getting into next question, we are talking about the jobs, right? We talked about AI in the different industries. Now we can getting into jobs like, is there going to be a lot of job losses, or what do you say about it? Is it unemployment going to rise, or is it a transformation? What is your take on that?
Yeah, since the beginning of when we started developing technologies, since last some 100 years or so, 100 to 150 years, when our industrial revolution started, since then this is the cycle which is going on. Like when you have some kind of technology paradigm shift in the world, you will be facing some kind of job losses. That is there. Like when we have this computers, um, at the time also we had job losses as well. When we have internet, even at the time the job losses are there. Right now we are talking about AI. So every time when we have some kind of new technology revolutions which are coming up, the job losses will be there. But what happens right now is like, all this, if you look back into all these previous revolutions, the job losses have happened for till the certain period of time for 3 to 5 years, and after the new jobs are created based on the new technology. This is how the balance has created. Even the job losses are there for certain initial years, the new jobs are created based on the new technology, and the people are accommodated again into the market. So that's how the balance is created. There's no nothing drastically changed in the lifestyle of the people. Even the technology revolutions are there. But this time there are two arguments. Like, one set of people are saying this is just like another technology revolution. You're going to see some job losses for certain period of time, like 3 4 years. Then after that, based on the new technology, new jobs will be created, and again the people will be accommodated in the industry. This is a one argument. And there's another argument which we can't discard, and this is primarily coming from the side of even the tech CEOs. This is not coming from a normal people or any other person. This is coming from the tech CEOs right now. Recently, like 2 weeks back, Anthropic CEO, he's the founder of Claude AI, which is developer based tool, which will helps the developers to make the code easily. So he says openly in the public forums, AI is going to be very soon will be taking care of all our jobs, like all the entry level and even the coding jobs and all. It's going to be a white collar bloodbath. Like, most of the white collar jobs are going to be eliminated. He's warming. He's alarming all of the citizens in US and in the world about this power of AI. Even though he is developing this AI product, but he's coming out and saying this publicly because policymakers, government will listen to this, and they'll intervene and they'll regulate these companies. And even he is expecting that, because right now even these AI companies or all of this are within the power of very few people. Even though there's a job losses are there, even though there's something else is there, uh, always the poor people or who are in the lower levels of the hierarchy, like the our system itself are created in a hierarchy, are going to be affected more, and the top people are going to be benefited. So that's how there's a two arguments. One argument, strong argument from the tech CEOs, and another argument from the academicians and the researchers or historians. So these two arguments are right now competing with each other. So according to my opinion, like if I wanted to say my opinion, as the job losses are going to be there very well, like next 5 to 6 years or 10 years, we can see many of the jobs are going to be replaced by the AI, which are basically this routine mundane tasks are going to be replaced, even that are happening right now. But even higher intelligence level, like cognitive abilities, if you talk about decision making and problem solving, like very much this software developers or any other industries, you have this problem solving based jobs. These are also going to be replaced, maybe for partially, I think so. But one important skill set, even though this AI is entering into this cognitive domain and higher order skills, one important skills which are going to be relevant in the next future, I would like to say this to our adolescents: our emotional intelligence and creativity and critical thinking is going to be very important. So I would like to say this, our teenagers, like we have to live with the AI for the next whatever the years we are going to live on this earth. AI will be there, but how can we leverage the AI to solve the problems in the world? Or how can we leverage the AI and combine with our human innate intelligence, like human emotional creativity, arts, artistic thinking, and all this? Can we integrate this human ka own, which is there in our innate brain, with the AI intelligence? Can we do something by leveraging that kind of a combination? We have to explore that. So that is what I am trying to say to teenagers: use the tools whatever available in the outside world related to AI, even learn about them, and also nurture your own creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking and artistic abilities. Yeah.
There are Well, there are many points you have mentioned, Akash. Even slightly, I completely agree. And still, I believe that you, in the last 1 minute, you have mentioned about the emotional intelligence, right? Yes, it is getting into emotional intelligence right now, and it's going to be more big topic. And probably the future curriculum completely depend on emotional intelligence itself, because IQ is something the analysis part, the aptitude part, and the knowledge part is already, I think AI is already taken away, what I feel. And as you rightly mentioned, all the coming up teenagers and all the adolescents need to be well prepared, and they need to increase their emotional intelligence to, just to blend in or survive in the current AI era. So, and as we are already talking about the skills, right? And one more, uh, I wanted to add one more point on this before getting into next question. Even something I feel like wherever the compassion is involved in the market, so that's where there are going to be no changes in the job. For example, if I put one example, a social worker. So a social worker who has very compassionate and who have a lot of empathy can be changed with any technology, right? And for example, therapists, even therapists, you might automate a chatbot. An individual can have a lot of questions through chatbot. They can ask, they can get many answers out of it. But some individual person from the other side, if there is no proper human interaction there, the core problem in an individual might not get solved. So that is social worker, therapist, and there are many similar examples where I feel jobs. I mean, AI can't take away those kind of jobs, and so we can end up with one more question I wanted to ask. It would be a little scenario. I wanted to put in a scenario. Suppose if you are a 15-year-old now and you are entering into the workforce after 10 years. So how should you think about the career?
Okay. So if I'm a 15 years old,
Yeah.
so when I was 15, I was not thinking about what I have to do next. I was really, I just completed the 10th and I was thinking about, like, yeah. So at that time also we are preparing for this IIT, JEE and all, but I didn't have any idea about what I have to do. But even in 2025, if you put me in a 15 years old child role, so I would like to say that every 15 years, child, they have to actually explore about what all are happening in the outside world. So you may get so much of suggestions and opinions from your parents, cousins, and seniors, and many people, they give their own suggestions and their experiences to you. You learn about those experiences and opinions and suggestions, but remember that everybody's path is different. If some senior has taken this IIT and some senior has taken some design course or MBBS or CA or UPSC preparation, and they have excelled in that doesn't mean that it will be also suitable for you. You have to first take some time and sit and realize about who you are, what is your interest area, what you are good at. And if you are not able to resolve by yourself, I recommend you to come to career guidance services, consult career guidance services like us or anybody in your city, so where they can help you to realize what career pathway is helpful to you, because it's a very crucial time in your journey, like 15 years, like you are entering into this 11th and 12th, or even if you are completing 12th, you are entering into college. So these are very crucial years. You have to take an informed decision. From my experience, I can say that if you don't take an informed decision right now based on who you are, what is your interest, and what is your goals, based on this, you have to take a decision. If you're not taking based on these things, then what happens is like you take up some pathway based on the opinions from the people around you. You travel through that pathway, and after you done with your undergrad, again you will be in a dilemma. I have done this engineering. I have prepared for UPSC. I have taken this degree course. So always you will be in this constant dilemma, and you will again think about what I have to do next. So to avoid these regretful situations, to avoid this kind of dilemmas, having a proper guidance from a uh, psychology based career guidance coach or somebody like Invisor would help you to actually realize who you are and to take a better decision. And one is that thing. Another thing is like you have to be very curious. I was always saying this from the last two videos. I was keep on saying this because I feel curiosity is a very important thing what we need to nurture in ourselves. Like recently I read an article like by end of 6 years children's curiosity is gone because they are entering into the school is totally hampering their curiosity, and that is got reduced by end of the 10th class. So I feel nurturing each of us our curiosity is very important. So we need to be very curious to learn what is happening around us and talk to the people and then decide about what you want to become. Even though there will be an AI, even though there will be anything in the world, but if you are good at something, nothing is going to stop you. This is what I can say.
Very well said, Akash. Curious is something, it will be relevant, and that kind of skill and being curious as an individual will be relevant throughout many generations. That's not going to be, taken away by any other technology. And even personally, I feel even when I'm 15-year-old, I always looked outside, but I never look my inward. It's like what is happening outside, what others are doing. How can I take a decision based on the other person? I've had many suggestions and many advices. So that's how even I personally took decisions of next career. But even as you mentioned many times, the current teenagers or adolescents need to be more curious, need to be more focused on what exactly they are. Based on that, they need to take a right decision, but also a very informed decision. It's okay, you look throughout the world what exactly is happening. Take your predictions by yourself and uh, talk to actual experts. And if you feel at any time you can't analyze yourself, or if you feel at any time you don't know, you're just stuck on your career path, even though you have intention to look inward, you can always approach a human coach. That is what I personally recommend, because human coach is someone who take you through from your identity to taking up an informed decision or creating an action plan. That is a next big going to be a next big thing. As I already believe, like human interaction will be going to be a future luxury, and you need to take that kind of guidance so that you can finally take a very informed decision throughout your career. And Akash, so by this question, we are ending our podcast. And thank you everyone for stay tuning this long, as our attention span is reducing, but still you have been very patient to watch the entire video. And we'll be coming up with more episodes like this and try to give you more insights and also express our opinions. So if you like this video, kindly please subscribe and click the bell notification so that you can get a notification whenever we upload the video. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.